Hey, good Thursday morning, my friends. This is MLive. I'll be honest. I almost said good Friday morning. I I was a little ahead of the game. So let's get to this. Well, maybe we're not showing up here. All right. Looks like it's coming now. Bear with it. I know, Joseph Kerr. Rain, please. He says that certainly would be helpful. There we are. Hey, flukes of technology, right? So let's get to it. Main thing for you is that summer returns. Now, one thing I just want to talk about, just real quickly. You want one of the best weather observations that you can do yourself at this time of the year to know what the weather is going to be like. Wind direction. When the wind direction is out of the northwest at this time of the year, you're probably going to have temperatures in the 70s. If it's out of the north or northeast, you might even have temperatures in the 60s, depending on where you're at in Michigan. If you're in northern half of the lower or the UP, be in the 60s. Now, what happened overnight? The wind switched to the south. What does that mean? That means that summer is on a return. Rain is going to be sparse, if any, and cool down. The next cool down is 1 week away. All right, now, depends on where you're at as far as rainfall goes. Right now, across the tip of the mitt, the Straits region, some showers, maybe thunder showers, and those moving toward the east. What you see in the southern part of lower Michigan on the radar, that's what we call false returns or ground clutter. When it's humid out, the radar can pick up hills and trees and cell towers and wind turbines and stuff like that. So that is not rain. Hey, good morning to Gladwin, and good morning to Tom Ramsey and Mary Jolly. Good morning also to you. So we go to the models to forecast the future. What's the rain going to do today? Here's a short-term model, and it takes that rain off of the Straits region, maybe hanging some showers around the Straits, but southern lower, nothing going on. And as we get toward tonight, maybe another batch developing in northern lower. And I like that. That's typically what happens is each one of these bands will lay an outflow boundary out south of it, and then the next band 12 hours later will develop there. So it gradually creeps southward until it removes itself far enough away from the jet stream and the storm-making energy that it doesn't transfer any farther south. And that's where this model will show you how that works. So here's our little batch tonight and tomorrow morning, again, across Straits. And then this is this evening and overnight. That's the second batch into northern lower. And then does the third batch develop into southern lower? No, probably not. So Friday stays dry, and then the next batch develops again to the north on Saturday. This is Saturday morning. And so, in other words, most of the shower activity, if not all the shower activity, is going to stay in the UP and northern lower Michigan. Then we go to the longer term models. We go to the European, which is usually good out 3, 4, 5 days at least. And hey, good morning, Marjorie Baxter and Frida Daly and Rita Behrens, Alicia Lynn. Okay, so Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. In other words, lower Michigan, southern lower, should be dry and warm again. And then as we go into Sunday, we're looking at, again, mostly dry conditions on the way. So in other words, the rain's going to be sparse. If you got the vegetable garden or flowers, you're going to need to keep them watered. When's the next best chance of rain? There really isn't a great one in this forecast for the next 7 days. We're out to Wednesday of next week. And when does the cool down come in? By the end of next week, we'll get a front dropping south. Switcher winds to the northeast. Remember, I talked about that. South winds were in the 80s still in this weather pattern. Northeast winds, we drop in the 70s. And even if you're in northern Michigan, you drop into the 60s. So in other words, summer again. Summer, I would call it, for 7 days here. Today we're in the 80s. Tomorrow we're in the upper 80s to near 90, especially the Saginaw Valley area. Mount Pleasant could be 90. Saturday could be 88, 89, 90 in a lot of places. And look at the temperature configuration for northern lower Michigan and the UP, looking at much cooler temperatures. So that's the temperature contrast that we'll build this time of the year. A look at Monday, and we're talking, again, hot in the south, and Tuesday and Wednesday. So don't think about putting the pool away just yet. You're going to need it for another 7 days. Is there any cool down in sight? Well, here's the 6 to 10 day forecast. And I'll try to split it for you so you can see both of them, temperature and precipitation. And what we're seeing is the 6 to 10 day out to, yikes, where did August go? 6 to 10 day forecast is out to August 29th. What happened with our month? I guess it was too good. Warmer than normal and trying to start to lean toward wetter. At least some rain possible is what the Climate Prediction Center thinks. And then as we get into the first few days of September, then maybe an ease back of temperatures, and the wetter weather may continue. And there, wow, that was a shocker. That is one thing about my job, is I look out in the future. So when I look at the maps, I see 2 and 3 weeks out, and I say, my time really flies. If you think your time flies, my time really flies, because I'm into the future a lot. Hey, good morning, Andy Bacigalupo. And good morning, Scott Hodges and Nala Pedawi. Hopefully I got that. Becky Consini wants to know, cool nights. Yes, that is one feature. The nights cool down about 5 more degrees than if we had the same weather in July. But I'm going to say we're a southwest wind, and if we're 89 on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday in Ann Arbor or Detroit or Lansing, Jackson, Kalamazoo, Saginaw, Grand Rapids, you're still only going to drop to 65, maybe even 68. So it won't be extremely cool mornings like we've had in the last few mornings. There you have it. Summer. Get ready for it. It's going to continue, and keep the water going on the garden. Your tomatoes, they want even watering, or you'll start to get that black spot at the bottom called blossom end rot. And it's actually caused by uneven watering and sometimes drying out. It's caused by a calcium deficiency, but it seems like the even watering certainly helps that. So there's your forecast for today. Thank you for joining me. I hit the button a little too soon there. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I do appreciate you joining us every morning. And right now our crowd isn't that big, 500, 400 people. But we know that as the weather changes, it's going to become more important. Right now, just get out and enjoy it and get some of those late summer projects done, or some of that summer fun done that you haven't done yet. Take care.